An analogy that I read about this morning was it's like changing deck chairs on the Titanic. Is rearranging the chairs really going to make a difference, or are they still going to hit the iceberg? I think they need a change in direction, and I think the company just right now lacks vision, and they have to change that if they're going to succeed.
Okay, guys, social media, of course, a big thing in technology nowadays, and I want to talk about Facebook because Facebook has decided to make this timeline feature mandatory. And before I get your comments, I just want to read two tweets that I got after I sent something out today, if we can go to those. One of them is from Kangaroos, who says, at CTV Todd, very simple here, he says, sucks big time, hashtag resistance to change. And the second one we've got is from White Glider, says, to force you to accept something is foul. I just deactivated mine minutes ago. F-book becoming really annoying. So, guys, what do you think about making timeline mandatory? Let's start with you, Ben.
You know, that's an interesting question again, and I actually haven't adopted timeline. I've been a Facebook user for a couple years, and I'm still on regular Facebook, and I read this news this morning, and I thought, oh boy. I guess there's sort of two ways of looking at the issue. It kind of annoys me being a Facebook user, and we use it for Vancouver Gadgets. You know, you've signed up for this service, and they force this on you. The other thing, though, is, too, I think we got to remember a little bit, is that we've signed up for this software, and we don't have much control sometimes with a big company like Facebook over what's going to happen. I sort of want to wait and see. This might be one of those things you're just going to have to grin and bear if you're going to use Facebook.
Sean?
Yeah, no, I agree with Ben. Unfortunately, it will be mandatory to use the timeline. The other option is to delete your Facebook account. But I think January 31st is when the switchover will become mandatory. So, like it or not, everyone will be using timeline. And there is privacy concerns. They do have a 7-day preview period, they're calling it. So it's basically to clean up your profile in case this new timeline feature highlights stuff that you wouldn't want highlighted otherwise, which I highly recommend people do. So yeah, just make sure you know what's in your profile, especially with this timeline coming into effect.
Boo, I don't like the idea of it becoming mandatory, because I'm currently one of those that doesn't like it, but I'll have to get used to it. What about YouTube? 4 billion views a day. I had to read that twice. I was surprised when I saw that. A day. How many times do you guys both go on the site every day? Ben?
Oh, at least 5 to 10. I
Really?
must use it for music videos, looking for stuff for music. Sometimes I don't have like a CD player or an iPod at my desk at work. I plug into YouTube because there's songs I want to listen to, and I like to watch the videos. I mean, I'm still working, but I have YouTube running in the background.
Sean?
I don't watch it quite that much, but obviously I do frequent it. But it's very interesting that Canadians, they spend, I think they watched, because I've been reading a lot about this, 304 average videos on YouTube per month. And then, just the stats are just incredible. For example, YouTube, the uploading video to the YouTube service is, I think, every second they upload 1 hour's worth of video to YouTube. That's all the users around the world. So and then you just do the math, and you can kind of see how popular this service is, not only in consuming content, but also contributing to the service as well.
Thanks very much, guys. Sean Griffiths in Toronto, Ben Abel joining us from out in Vancouver. Appreciate you talking to us today.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, guys. Thanks very much.
Well, still ahead, a pre-dawn raid in Somalia. 2 aid workers held hostage by Somalia pirates were snatched back by U.S. Marines. It happened this morning. We'll have that story when we come back.